car story.
Which one? We have like 4. Okay. Well,
Jump out window and break camper window. Which one?
she keeps jumping out windows. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second. For right now,
Garth.
put your takes in.
No!
Put your first takes in.
Garth just jumps through doors.
Alrighty. Go put your takes in.
I needed a drink! Should I put it this way or this way? This way. Arrow gun.
Okay, so now it's story time.
I guess with everything you're saying, I'm telling stories first.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so we have this dog. She's a pureblood beagle.
Is she a dog or is she a puppy?
She's a puppy that will never grow any bigger than she is. She's my baby, so shut up. Alright, so we have this dog. Her name is Luz, and she isn't the smartest dog in the world.
She really loves us.
She
She'll
really loves
do
us.
anything to get near us.
So, we've gone camping a few times.
Camping? Camping.
We've gone camping a few times and brought her with us, of course. Because we have like this family friend that owns this section of land, so we were literally able to let the dogs just run free, do whatever they want. So the first time we took her camping, she, like most dogs, wanted to stick her head out the window. I was holding on to her leash and keeping an eye on her, and she decided that she was no longer happy with just sticking her head out the window, so she actually jumped out. She wiggled out of my grip, jumped out the window, and if not for her leash, she would have been splattered all over the highway. So I pulled her in, and she was really mad at me because I would not let her even move around the seat. Like the back seat, even with the windows closed, I would not let her run around the seat until we got to the camper and out of the car.
And then another time when she was too obsessed with me. With both of us.
Well, yeah.
Family.
So, we tend to drive around, go explore the woods and such over by the camper and all that stuff. Most of the time we bring the dogs with us, but because we didn't really want to bring Luz with us, I don't remember the reason. It was we just didn't want to bring the dogs with us. Maybe we just wanted to go hiking or something, and we normally don't bring the dogs like up mountains.
During that trip we go to the waterfall?
We did go to the waterfall, but we brought the dogs with us. Lulu's, however, no idea how the heck she did this, but she broke out of the camper window, and we'd taken 2 cars to get there, but only taken 1 to go on this, like, walk around or drive.
How did we take in 2 cars again?
I have no idea. Probably because Mom packs a bunch of junk we don't need.
True.
But we come back, she had broken out of the window, jumped out of the camper, and was sitting on the hood of the car that we left at the camper, waiting for us. She was wagging her tail so happy. Mom wasn't so happy.
She broke a window?
Everyone other than Mom was happy because they're like, holy smokes. Well, we were like, holy smokes, how the heck did she do this?
And laughing our butts off.
Oh, we were laughing, and Mom's like, what the hell is wrong with you? So, there's 2 of my stupid stories about my dog.
Bonnie, do you have a stupid story about you and your siblings and family?
Yeah, it's very short.
Sure.
Me and my sister once put, we were once doing makeup on my older brother without his permission while he was sleeping.
Oh.
And he went to school that way. And and his teacher thought he was a new girl in the class. So that's my story.
Alrighty.
How mad was he at you?
He didn't even notice until his teacher asked for his name.
He's like, don't you recognize me? It's me. We won't be saying her siblings' names because I don't have permission to put... I don't have their permission to put them on YouTube. So, for the time being, she's okay with it and her parents are okay with it. But her siblings are another story.
They're crazy.
Well, there's that. a few minutes.
You should know I have a bunch of stories. I mean, what did we talk about at 3 in the morning at Kathy's?
Oh yeah, we were telling stupid stories the other day because I couldn't sleep, and Brandy is doing a sleep experiment on me.
Scientific experiment.
Okay, well, either way, tell me a story that I haven't heard. One that is only from your perspective. Not necessarily one I haven't heard, but one that I wasn't there for. Miss Candy Fane.
That's hard. You're.
Tell me a story of you and Mary doing something stupid. I have a story of... I have a few stories of stuff like that. But one I cannot say on YouTube, and the other is Mary was an idiot. I can keep telling stories.
Tell another story while I'm thinking, Clem.
Okay, so we have two older sisters. One is named Mary, the other's name is Kathy. I don't...
Technically, her name is Kathleen.
Well, I'm not too worried about saying their names because those are actually fairly common names, at least where we live. So, Mary isn't the smartest
person.
She's not the smartest cookie. She is really caring. She is really sweet. She tends to do some stupid stuff sometimes. One time, I was at home babysitting Brandy, hanging out. As older sisters just do, you watch your younger sister from time to time. So, I was upstairs talking to our neighbors, hanging out, and Brandy at the time, she was like 10, so I wasn't too worried. She knew that if there was an issue, I was not far away. It was like a small stairway. It wasn't that far. So, Mary came by, and neither of them told me what the heck was going on. So Mary came by and decided that she was going to take Brandy out to go do something. No idea what it was. Don't care. So I come down after like 20 minutes of talking to check on Brandy, see how she's doing. She's not there.
I don't remember this event.
I don't know. I have no idea what you guys were doing either. But, so I come down, she's not there. I look around, I thought at first maybe she was mad at me for something, because a few times she's gotten mad at me and has hidden in places that have been hard to find her, but after a while, can't find her, and instead of calling the police instantly, I decided to call my sister Kathy, just in case maybe it was an incident where she was hiding and I just couldn't find her. And just to get some extra verification that I wasn't just going crazy or missing her or something. So, she came by, she looked around, she couldn't find Brandy either. She went upstairs, double checked, made sure she wasn't there. And eventually, before she decided to call the police, she decided, you know what, let me look around the block and let me also call Mary, because she may have just not told you she was doing that. So I was freaking out for like half an hour because she disappeared. All because my older sister didn't tell me where the heck she was going or what the heck was going on.
I've got a question for you.
The
Can
Kit
I
Kats
tell the calling the police story?
Oh, the
Sure.
Kit Kats are melting. But
Hey, that's good!
but the gummies not.
Alright.
Shut up.
I told you it was melting.
I have a tendency to add a lot of details into stories that aren't necessary and ramble a lot, so we've got 3 minutes left. I did start the timer a little late.
But do I tell the story about calling the police?
Yeah, sure. That one's fine. The reason I can't tell one of the stories is because...
Stop hiding behind the backdrop. What
No,
if you
okay.
accidentally move the blanket and they see what's behind it?
Yeah, we're trying to hide the mess, not
Show it.
show the mess.
But so when I was around 5, was I? Like
5, 6, something like that.
5, 6-ish.
She's old enough to remember it, but not old enough to necessarily know better.
So my mom, stupid. She was in jail.
Don't get into the reasons,
Yeah, but so
she
my-
got in trouble.
My
She
mom
was
was
in
in
jail
jail,
for
and
it.
my dad, it was during the summer between school, and my dad had gone to work because he always worked during the day. So me and my sister were alone at home, sister can't agree on a term. But how I remember it is my sister and me had gotten into an argument about like our parents' bedroom, and my sister had locked me out of the bedroom. I got mad, but I didn't know my dad's phone number, and I didn't think of calling my dad. So what I thought is maybe if I called the police, I'd be able to tell my mom and talk to my mom and say all this weird stuff, and annoy, and mom would have it to where Penga would get in trouble. Now,
My butt doesn't fit.
at first I thought it was a good idea, so I grabbed the phone, which I don't even remember how I reached it or not.
Oh yeah, it was like up behind the TV, like 4 feet up above the ground. So now she'd be able to reach it easy, but at the time she was only like this tall. So she was really short when she was like 5. But she's only like this tall, something around there. Somehow she reached up to something around this height that was curved up behind a TV on the shelf that was also buried by other objects to grab this phone.
But so after I grabbed the phone, I called 911. I pressed the numbers and I had it on the tone. As soon as the lady asked 911, what's your emergency, I thought about it and I realized,
You don't know what the heck you're doing.
yeah. And
That's
I
what
just
happened.
hung up and just put the phone back and I just sat in my room.
Can I flip the
And
hot
then later, a policeman actually came to check out why somebody had called 911.
Man, it's getting warm.
And they had gone, so we lived in like a basement apartment,
That's
so
warm.
our doorway was kind of hidden, so people wouldn't see our doorway first.